This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hill student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
The following is a special Wayne Hills television sports presentation.
With the regular season coming to an end tonight at Patriot Stadium, Wayne Hills looks to head into the playoffs on a winning streak after taking care of business against BCTI at home last week. They'll host the 1-7 Braves of Indian Hills, who are seeking to end their season on a positive after being blown out by Passaic Valley on the road last week, 42-7. Wayne Hills has been dominant at home this year, as they've won all 3 of their home contests and have outscored their opponents 103-26 in those contests. With November football finally upon us, the playoff atmosphere is starting to flow through 272 Berdan Avenue as the Patriots get even closer to an opportunity to add yet another state championship banner to the program's illustrious collection. Indian Hills, Wayne Hills, next. Welcome to Wayne Hills High School. We're here on a cold Friday night. The 5-3 Wayne Hills Patriots will play host to the 1-7 Indian Hills Braves. I'm Aaron Hook. I will be joined later by my 2 broadcast partners, Isaiah Ahumada and Luca Yanuzzi, but for the pregame for now, I'm flying solo. So last week, the Patriots took down the Bulldogs of PCTI, a team that came in at 5-2 and gave them a run for their money in the first half. It was tied at 14 after 1. The Patriots were struggling a little bit offensively, and the run game of the Bulldogs was really getting to their defense that had been so great all season, and it was really just a game where the Patriots had to find themselves at halftime, and they did. They outscored the Bulldogs 10-0 the rest of the way, and it was honestly just a fantastic game and one that the Patriots really needed after a tough loss to the Ramapo Raiders, who were ranked 5th in the state at the time of that game. So let's take a look at the highlights from last week's matchup between the Patriots and the Bulldogs.
Continue to provide quality yardage, and the line able to hold back the PCTI defense, allowing Mike Casasanta to run right through the hole and into the end zone, putting Hills up 14-7, but the lead didn't last long as PCT scored again and forced Hills to punt. Now Gabe Belevsky, scrambling, looking around for an open man, does a great job of evading these tackles, finds an open man, manages to get off a pass, but it is not enough, and Wayne Hills is taking back yet again. Chris Bertovsky takes the handoff out to the right side with the help of a buffed-up offensive line, takes it into the end zone, but the play ends up being called back for a penalty, leaving Hills to settle for a field goal, but still taking a 17-14 lead after Jordan Thiel nails it straight through the uprights from 24 yards out. Now the first play of the fourth quarter, quarterback Belevsky dropping back, looking to his deepest man, Devon Virgil, but he's covered by 2 defenders, and Dean Imperato is able to get the interception and takes a big run out downfield till he is pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line, giving Wayne Hills another chance to increase their lead. Chris Bertovsky, taking a handoff, is able to push through the defensive line, and he dives past the goal line into the end zone, getting back the points he'd ran in earlier and putting Hills up 24-14. PCTI blew their last chance at the ball, and Hills got it back looking for some insurance. That's Mike Casasanta running down the left side of the field. Bertovsky and Pontalillo providing him great blocks, getting him to the 34. Now the clock went down to the final 30 seconds. Casasanta with a great fake handoff runs to the left again and making a great move to get Wayne Hills inside the 10, and he took the knee with Wayne Hills winning this one 24-17.
Welcome back to Wayne Hills High School. I'm Aaron Hook again with you. And, tonight the Wayne Hills Patriots will play host here in the final game of the regular season. And, while it may not seem like such an important game, there are 3 games happening tonight and tomorrow afternoon that we have to watch out for, in terms of playoff seeding and, just where the Patriots, are going to end up playing. So the 3 games are Woodbridge and Bridgewater Raritan tonight at 7 o'clock, as well as Franklin and Montgomery will also be scoring off tonight at 7 o'clock. They'll be kicking off at the same time as the Patriots, and then tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock p.m. It is Irvington and Montclair. So those games are going to be important, again, just in terms of seeding in the playoffs, and, if the Patriots will be traveling, or if they'll be playing at home to start the first round of the playoffs. So, again, the Patriots, coming off a win last week, it was an important one for them. A really heartbreaking loss 2 weeks ago to Ramapo, and they found themselves at halftime last week, and they came out in a big way, outscored PCTI 10-0 in the second half of that game, and it was a confidence booster for them, and they're gonna take it into tonight's matchup versus Indian Hills. And my partner Isaiah Ahumada had a chance this afternoon before tonight's kickoff to talk to Patriots starting wide receiver Joe Brunetti about tonight's game, and just how the season's been for him and the rest of the guys, and how he's transitioned into this offense. So let's take a look at that.
Hello, I'm Isaiah Ahumada, and I'm joined here today by number 17 Joe Brunetti, a wide receiver and defensive back for tonight for the Patriots. So Patriots, they came off a win against PCTI last week, 24-14. What do you think, helped you gain a big lead in the second half?
Well, coaches pep talk during the halftime. It was upbringing for the seniors. He was saying that this is your season. What do you want from it? And it showed. We shut them out in the second half. Our defense really stepped up, and Cass and Brutovsky, everybody on offense stepped up too, and it was just exciting in the second half. Our emotions were high.
Yeah. So you've had some experience with the wide receiving core. What do you think is the major difference between this year's and last year's?
Well, we definitely don't have the the 3-star recruits like Charles and Jaron, but we work hard in practice. We work on blocking and all this stuff, just so in the game everything's perfect. Definitely don't have the height either. Tallest person 6'1" at Christian, and then there's a bunch of 5'7" kids. But we definitely work hard, and we work hard in the games, and we can see it on the film.
Okay. You've had of course you have some experience with the wide receiving core. Being able to start for some of these games, how do you think this is going to help you next season?
Well, it definitely gets me some varsity experience, seeing how good the other teams are and being able to adapt to things in game. It definitely does help. And next year, going to start off better than I was this year, and all stuff like that should be a better season next year for me, I believe.
Okay. You're going to face Indian Hills. How's this team preparing for that team?
Well, preparing for Indian Hills, they got some good kids. We wouldn't say that they're the best team we're going to play, but we're just focused on playing ourselves, trying not to make any mistakes, everything perfect for the start of the playoffs next week.
With the playoffs around the corner and potential of you may not have a playoff home game and you might have an away game, how are you preparing for that situation?
Home or away game, we're coming hard, and we plan to beat every team that we go up against.
All right, I think that'll be all. Thanks for stopping by, and we're about wrapped up, and we are getting ready for Indian Hills tonight, and we are seconds away from kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now introduce the Wayne Hills starting offensive lineup. At wide receiver, number 18, Christian Puntalillo, number 18. At wide receiver, number 17, Joe Brunetti, number 17. At tight end, number 20, Dan Daly, number 20. At tackle, number 51, Jack Woodard, number 51. At guard, number 67, Nico Guerra, number 67. At center, number 58, Dave Kuhn, number 58. At guard, number 54. Stanley Osbeck, number 54. At tackle, number 52, Nick Lucarello, number 52. At wide receiver, number 87, 7. At fullback, number 81, Jake Grosjean. Number 88, 81. At running back, number 5, Chris Brutowski. Number 5. At running back, number 31, Michael Joyce. Number 31. And at quarterback, number 7, Mike Casasanta. Number 7. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriot squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Patriot Band.
Welcome to the Wayne Hills High School, home of the Patriots. I'm Isaiah. Beside me are Luca and Aaron. After months of seeing this team battle, we have finally made it to the last game of the season. The Patriots will be taking on the Indian Hills Braves, and we're moments away from kickoff. So, guys, what are your key players for this game?
Well, you know, Isaiah, for tonight's game, my key player is going to be Dan Daly, number 20. This kid's been electric all season for the Patriots. I mean, 66 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, a fumble recovery, which was a huge one against Passaic Valley, down a sack, and of course, you know, 4 QB hurries as well. So he's been getting to the quarterback. Last week racked up 9 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss. I mean, there's not really a lot to say about this kid, you know, outside of he's just been terrific. He's made big plays when it counts on the defensive end, and he's been such a key part, you know, as to why this defense has been so terrific all season for the Patriots.
Yeah, I'd say my key player for this game has to be number 9, Dean Imperato. I got a chance to interview him last week before the PCTI game. Just an incredible showing in that game. Just had a bit of a rough patch in the middle of the game, but was able to recover and ended up having 7 receptions, 84 yards, a touchdown, 4 total tackles, and an interception in that game. And on the season, 18 receptions for 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 total tackles, 2 interceptions. Just an incredible performance so far this season, and it's only looking to be better from here as we go into this game and playoffs.
And guys, my guy is Joe Bernetti. I had a chance to interview him earlier, and he's a junior and he's ready to play. He has some experience. He has a total of 13 receptions, 143 yards, a touchdown, 35 total tackles for loss, interception, and 3 pass deflects. That is not bad for an underclassman. And last week he had 4 total tackles. And with this team facing off Indian Hills, I believe that he will have a good game tonight. So we are moments from kickoff. Captains were able to meet for the toss. And surprisingly, when the players are coming out, I saw Michael Joyce being dressed up in full gear. Not sure if he's going to be able to play tonight, but we'll see.
Well, Isaiah, I mean, it's just got to be huge, and it's just a great feeling, for Coach Demikoff and the rest of the coaching staff, just to see Joyce in uniform tonight. Dressing for the first time in 6 weeks. I mean, the kid was dynamic last year. He's been dynamic, even 2 years ago as a sophomore playing varsity. He's just been absolutely fantastic, and a key part of this offense, a focal point for them, and Chris Rutovsky and Noah Abita did an excellent job filling in, but to get an elite playmaker like Joyce back, it's just got to be a huge sigh of relief, especially knowing that next week, there's a potential for a home playoff game, and it's just going to be huge for them.
And Patriots are getting onto the field, and it looks like they'll be getting the ball the first half as the Braves are ready for kickoff. Here we are. Last game of the season about to begin, and the whistle are blown. Ready for the kickoff. And it's a short kick. It's an onside kick. And the Patriots have recovered. Well, guys, last week, Mike Casasana had a pretty good game himself, a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown. What do you guys think of his improvement throughout the season?
Well, Isaiah, we talked about it a lot, pretty much every week.
I can hear you.
Yeah, and, every week, Isaiah, we talk about it with this guy, and, he's improved so much, like you said. I mean, starting out from where he was, the first couple of weeks, he didn't look very comfortable in the Wayne Valley game. We can all agree. And Ultapan was just a stinker for him. But ever since then, he's been on fire. He's been able to do it through the air and on the ground. And he's just been playing like an elite quarterback for this Wayne Hills team.
Oh, well, it looks like Indian Hills has recovered the ball and not the Patriots. Here we go. First play of the game. It is caught at the 40. And that was Carson Alanor with the first play of the game. And a caught by Kenny Fazio. It's 2nd and 5. And the Indian Hills are getting up to the line. No backs in the field. Might be a passing play. No wide open wide receiver and the first down. And he goes out of bounds from the hit, and a flag is thrown for a late hit. And that's Fazio, who was knocked out of bounds by John Crombine. It's a first down and more. And let's look at the replay.
Well, guys, Fazio, a huge player for this Indian Hills team, and he's a playmaker. I mean, he plays multiple spots. Can shift into the backfield where he's electric there. We've already seen him with 2 catches so far in this one, as a penalty is thrown. But Fazio's going to be a guy that the Patriots are going to have to look to stop in this one.
And the refs have decided that there's a holding against the Patriots, which will move the chains even further, getting closer to the end zone.
I'd also like to mention John Crumbine on the tackle as well. Usually don't hear from him as much on this defensive side. He's coming for a few drives on offense, playing a bit of wide receiver, but starting on defense, different setup from this Wayne Hills team, but so many players capable of playing where they do. Such great variety, so many player options that they can take, as this team is so incredibly great.
Carson Alanor getting ready to snap the ball. And he sees a wide receiver near the end zone, but unable to catch it. It was thrown a bit high. And that was intended for number 16, Aiden Chumas. It's incomplete as the ball was thrown too high by Carson Alanor.
Yeah, and Almore, on this offensive side, he's got targets, he's got weapons, and look at this. Indian Hills threatening early on. They're at the 15-yard line. I mean, if they can punch in here and score this early in the game, that'll be huge.
They finally
to get
have
Wayne Hills, on their heels.
finally have a back in the backfield. And they decide to pass. And it's thrown to number 14, Jeremy Delgado, but he was unable to catch the ball, and he was out of bounds.
Delgado is incomplete.
And that brings it now to 3rd down. Indian Hills with one last chance to capitalize here.
3rd down and 10. Once again, a running back in the backfield. 3 wide receivers lined up. Actually 4. Snaps the ball. Cross down north. Quick throw to number 14. Jeremy Delgado, but unable to catch it again. And it will be 4th down and 10.
14 Delgado is
Yeah.
incomplete.
I mean, Indian Hills had something going there on the 15-yard line, and Delgado with 2 drops in a row there. And just, if you're Indian Hills, a chance to go up 6 early on against a good team like Wayne Hills, especially, coming in as a 1-win team, a chance to go up early on the road like that would have been huge, but they just couldn't capitalize.
Soperanez will attempt the field goal.
Kick is kicked, and it's just short. Close enough, and the score will remain 0-0. And now the Patriots get the ball back at the 10.
10 on the 20.
1st and 10 at the 20. And now the first time for this Patriots of coming out on the field. Let's see if they can do something quick and come up with a decent play. Mike Addisanta, ready to snap. Hands it off to Butovsky. Gets a few inches up.
Brutowski on the carry, brought down by number 4, Exel.
And Bertofsky just continuing to be reliable for the Patriots guys. Has put together a really solid stretch of games, and again, filling in for the injured Joyce is never easy to replace his talent, but Bertofsky's done a very good job, and he's really been a guy who has big play potential, and he's made big plays so far this season.
Patriots hands it off to Bertofsky. He's still running, and he makes it to a 1st down at the 35. Let's see a replay of that recent play. You see he hands it off, throws the ball to Butovsky. He runs it, sees 2 defenders, able to juke one out, but then he's caught by 3 Indian Hill Braves players and tackled. But at least he got the 1st down.
Like you were saying before, Aaron, it's really hard to replace this talent that Joyce has put up.
And we hand it off to Butovsky again, looking for a big run. And he gets almost a gain of 7. And Nate Exel with the tackle.
Yeah, and, Indian Hills guys, again, kind of a wasted opportunity. Couldn't even get 3 on that last offensive drive. If they can kind of, halt the Patriots here on defense and get the ball back,
Once again, handing off to Bertofsky, looking for a big run again. And he gets 1st down and more.
Yeah, and just as I say that, Bertofsky breaks a big run, but, Indian Hills, if they can kind of get a stop on the defensive end.
Let's look at that replay. Here he hands it off to Bertofsky. Sees a wide open gap and gets the 1st down.
Yeah, and, if Indian Hills is able to stand tall here, get a stop on defense, it'll kind of make up for, the missed opportunity early on. Wayne Hills seems to be rolling here, though.
Yes, Bertofsky with a great start so far. He's going to call up Bertofsky, looking for a screen play, and he catches the ball, and he's thrown out of the 42, the 37, and the refs call a flag. It'll be 2nd and 2. Holding on the Patriots.
I mean, the theme of penalties just continues, guys. And, you know, I mean, we saw it last week against the PCTI. And, I mean, the Patriots just hurt themselves so much with penalties. And, again, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. A penalty is always going to move you back and make it harder to score. So, again, early on in this game, Patriots drawing some flags. They got to clean up their act a little bit here if you know, they want to be efficient.
Here again. 4 wide receivers lined up. And he shuffles it to Pertovsky. Goes to the right. Tries to stiff arm a player, but just is taken down by Jeremy Delgado. It's a pickup of 3, and we'll call it 2nd and 9. Here again. Christian Pontalito all the way to the left. Looks like they're going to change up the play. And a timeout by the Patriots as they didn't like what they saw and decided to change.
Well, you know, guys, early on, it's just interesting to see the two, you know, different styles on offense. You know, we saw Indian Hills come out right away with Alnor, you know, in the shotgun every single play, and they went, you know, pass heavy right away. I mean, every single play was, you know, Alnor rolling out looking for a man. You know, a very you know, air-centric offense, and we've seen it with the Patriots. They're more of a running team. I mean, you know, Casasanta every once in a while will throw it down the field, and we know he's efficient in that department. But, you know, again, it's just going to be interesting to see here if Indian Hills can force the 3rd down and, you know, medium or long, if the Patriots are going to go away from that running style and try to, you know, counter Indian Hills through the air as well.
And after a timeout, the Patriots are back on the field. AJ Conte has checked in for the game. Indian Hill Braves showing a blitz from the middle linebacker.
Yeah, they've got 5 stacked up on the line.
Here
We'll see if they throw some pressure at him.
Casana hands it off to Bertowski again. He makes it for a big run, and he gets the 1st down. Off to a half start. And brought down by Nate Exel once again. Now the Patriots are on the 34 at the Braves half of the field.
Exel with some pretty good looking stats on the defensive side with 21 tackles, playing at the free safety position.
There's another straight handoff to Bertowski. They're just feeding him.
Yeah, Isaiah, you're right there. What are we just giving him? I mean, every time. I mean, it's just Bertowski up the middle, and, you know, well-deserved. I mean, he's shown, especially coming out early on in this game, able to pick up multiple 1st downs, and I think they're just trying to wear out this Indian Hills defense. You know, try and score early here in the first, just about midway through, and Bertowski's doing a good job.
Snap the ball. Cassan on the throw to Pontalillo, and he gets another 1st down. And let's see that catch once again. You see Mike Sam getting ready to throw. Throws a perfect back to ball to Pontalillo, and he catches it and was able to get the 1st down.
Yeah, and Isaiah and Luca, you know, I think the difference between, you know, week 2 Casasanta and now week 9 Casasanta is just, you know, his targets being reliable for him, you know, easy throws for him, and he's just gotten better at making the easy throws.
Go again. Another handoff to Bertowski, and he sees the gap. and gets a nice gain.
Ball.
Busacca on the carry, fumble on the play.
It's a fumble on the play. And
Patriots recover
the
the
Patriots recover the fumble, luckily. Santa breaks the huddle. Getting set up. Joe snaps the ball. And he's going to run it himself. He jukes a player. He's getting in. And it's a touchdown for the Patriots.
Santa with an incredible run there out to the right side, just inches away from the pylon, able to get into the end zone. Like you were saying, Aaron, week 1 Santa to week 9 Santa, such an incredible difference, not only in the pass game, but in the run game as well. He's just improved so much and has become such a great player and such a key to this Wayne Hills team over the course of the season.
And they're going to attempt the extra point. Last week they were perfect. Here we go. And the kick is good. Now the Patriots are up 7-0 with 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go.
Yeah, and important for the Patriots to cash in there, guys, on that drive. Had a good one going with Brutovsky. You know, again, kind of wearing down that Indian Hills defense. Put together a pretty solid drive, and Santa taps it off, makes a very nice move. A little bit of a swim and juke move to get away from a defender, and then just burst into the outside. And, all season, we've just seen all season how electric he is, and running to the right side, just an excellent run again by Santa. His 8th rushing touchdown of the season. He's just been absolutely dynamic, and a guy that has been able to do it both ways as a dual threat quarterback, and something that Wayne Hills has definitely needed. Again with the absence of Joyce in the backfield. So Santa continues his dominant season on the ground and gets the Patriots up early.
And I hate to say it, but as he was on the sideline, I saw Santa limping a little bit. Might not be too terrible, just like the Rimpo game, just a bit of cramping. Needs to relax for a little. Hopefully he comes back. And now Jordan Thiel ready to kick off.
And it's a low kick. Braves pick it up. Almost tackled, and he's brought down at the 27, about the 26-yard line. And he's tackled by Leo Lostello. And once again, this defense has a chance to prove why they're so good.
Well, let's see what the Braves can do on this drive, guys. First one, they had, the Patriots on their heels again a little bit. We're at the 15-yard line, had an opportunity to score and kind of stun them early on. And, here, starting at their own 28-yard line, it's going to be tougher for them.
Here's Carson Allenor ready to snap the ball. Snaps another passing play. And it's done at 34, but he drops to the floor. And that would be Christian Murillo, a captain for this Braves team. And it's a pickup of 1 yard. It's now 2nd and 9. Here we go again. Moves to the right. And it's thrown as pressure was coming right in his face, and the ball's dropped.
Yeah, and dangerous throw by Alnor. He again, like you said, Isaiah, had someone right there in his face and just kind of threw up a prayer to the right side and, was nearly picked. Again, you just can't do that against a good Wayne Hills defense. They'll make you pay more times than not, and they almost did there.
It looked like John Crumbine was able to get a hand on it from behind. Looks like he might be in for Noah Abita. I've been looking around the sidelines, and I don't even think he's dressed out here tonight. I saw him roaming around the hallways in school today, had a boot on his foot, maybe took an unfortunate injury.
Yeah, it's going to be big for the Patriots, over the next few weeks, guys. Luca, if you're right about that, if Noah's not able to play, again, such a key part of their defense.
You're at third and 9. And blow a whistle. They throw a flag.
Plays blown dead. I think someone on this Wayne Hills defense jumped.
False start on the Braves. And this Wayne Hills student section is very rowdy tonight as they're screaming at the top of their lungs. Correction, that was the band.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that the band could get that loud, but
Yeah. All right, here
big
we are.
section.
3rd and 14. We're going to go for probably another passing play. Throws it up the middle, and he's tackled and called dead as he did not have possession of the ball. Intended for Nate Exel. And it's broken up by number 21, Dan Gerard.
Yeah, and the Braves were just looking for a big play on 3rd and long to kind of.
Let's look at that play.
Guys, as you see here, Alnor letting it fly, and again, they were just looking for something big on 3rd and long to kind of, save the drive, but not able to do it.
And it's a nice, and it's a very high kick. So watch out. Ooh, and it goes over to 50 on the Hills side of the field. Now these Patriots have good field advantage and have another chance to score. And the Patriots will take over at the 47-yard line.
Someone who I have also yet to see take the field, number 3, Anthony Gale, who's been filling in for number 13, Stephen Masson. Crumbine also taking his
Snaps
spot
the
on
ball,
offense.
fakes the handoff, passes it to a wide open or up the middle, and he's still going, and he's down, and the ball is fumbled. Pass to Jake Rojan, but he fumbled the ball, and that's a turnover. And the Braves will take over.
That's wow.
And let's see that throw again. Or I should say the fumble.
Oh, he was down.
I mean, a close call here, guys. As we watch it one more time. See Grosjean, look at the knee.
His knee is down.
His one knee is down.
Yeah.
That should be Patriots ball.
Well, I mean, in the heat of the moment, ref made the call, and just an unfortunate turn of events for the Patriots as they were going to set up, with a fresh set of downs inside the Braves' 15-yard line, and Grosjean coughs it up. And now the Braves get it right back.
Castaneda looks to the right of the field, gets a wide open wide receiver, but he drops the ball again. Now let's look at that. See, his knee is down. And then right before the ball comes out, his knee is down. That should be the Patriots' ball.
And it looks like his one knee was on Fazio. Only one knee had hit the ground, but that still counts for him being down. It should be a Hills ball.
And guys, on that last play, Jeremy Dodano, number 14, with his 3rd drop of the first half so far, and all of them have been catchable balls. So, Alnor's given them some good balls to catch, just hasn't been able to come up with them.
Alnor snaps the ball, hands it off for the first time, and he's just stuffed by the Patriots defensive line. And those 34, Christian Murillo to carry.
Number 52,
And Nick Lucarello with another tackle. He played very well this whole season. Probably one of the biggest parts of this defense, and here he is showing up to this game. It is 2nd and 6. We're under 3 minutes remaining. It's 3rd and 6. Correction. Here we go. A long pass is intended for number 8, but he drops the ball. It was just out of reach. And that is Kenny Fazio, and the ball just incomplete.
Yeah, good play by Dale. You know, playing safety back there, was kind of on an island, you know, where safeties play, and you know, Fazio kind of had a step on him, but Dale with a good job to get up and, you know, rip the ball away, and the Patriots again will force the Braves to punt, you know, backed up near their own end zone.
And now the Patriots have an even better chance of getting a better field advantage in the last punt. Decent kick. That's number 22, and then the flag is thrown, and he's taken down at the 35. And that's Jake Dillon with the return. He gets almost a gain of 20. And let's look at that return once again. Almost hit one of those people on the special teams. Almost hit the ball, but was able to get off in time. There's Kyla Sanders looking for a long pass. It's incomplete. Intended for Christian Pontalillo, but Pontalillo was unable to look back and get an eye on the ball.
Yeah, just barely out of reach. Couldn't get into his hands. It was being covered by Chris Harrington as well. Just couldn't get a good reach out to the ball. But still a great throw from Casasanta. Not rushing his throws as much anymore, giving himself the time that he needs.
There we go, hand up to Bertowski, and he breaks in through holes, and he's very close to a first down.
Yeah, and Bertowski, you know, again, continuing to just churn and, you know, just kind of, you know, just rip apart this Indian Hills, you know, run defense. The run stop has been absolutely helpless against him, and he's just kind of getting whatever he wants. Picked up a 9 there, and I mean, I'm sure they're going to give it to him and, you know, try and get that 1 yard and get a fresh set of downs here. He's been, you know, just phenomenal tonight here to start in the first quarter.
Here we go, Lyman setting up at the line. To Bertowski in the backfield. And it's a handoff. And it's just a wide open gap. He jukes a few defenders and gets the first down and more. Let's see that run again. There you see wide open gap. And just jukes out a player right there. And just trips up and is tackled.
And Bertowski, you know, not the biggest guy, but I mean, again, just he's a smart runner. You know, he saw the gap open up for him, knew which hole to hit, went right through it, and picked up 20 yards. Again, just an efficient runner. You know, he's fast, he's powerful, and he's just been excellent.
Another handoff to Bertowski. And he's still going, and he fumbles the ball.
Wow.
And now the Braves are still running. They're still going. He's still going. Lucarello looking for the tackle. And there's Brunetti owes another tackle.
Oh, my God.
And he's still going. He's at the 10. And he's tackled at the 10. That's Kenny Fazio with a huge return.
That's absolutely
fumble return.
Unbelievable. Oh, my God. Nice. 2 times now. The Patriots have been inside the Braves 20. That time, Bertowski, you know, it looked like he was in the process of going down, and ball just comes right out of his hands. Fazio picks it up, and I can't even count the amount of tackles he broke on that run, guys. Takes it, you know, close to 70 yards all the way back, and look at Indian Hills. Now they're set up at the Hills 8-yard line.
They have a chance to. They have an even better chance to tie this game than they had all game. because of that fumble and that huge return by Fazio.
Fazio's second fumble recovery this season. Ran an incredible run there. I mean, he's got great speed as a wide receiver, has done some running plays, ended up playing quarterback against Wayne Valley. He's a great defensive player, has the second most tackles with 56 tackles, 3 interceptions. I mean, what else can he do?
And I'm not sure what's happening. And there's a penalty marker on the play, so it's holding against the Braves, so the Patriots are lucky.
I mean, again, that's huge. You know, when you get such a big return like that, you know, have a chance to go first and goal on their first play of the drive, and you know, a holding penalty, you know, on the return just kind of negates that whole thing, and they'll start, you know, on their own 30. I mean, that's a huge difference.
That's a huge relief for this team.
Especially, you know, as it's a defense that's so tough, you know, to drive and score on. I mean, it's just going to make it so much harder for you.
The penalty 10 yards from where the flag was thrown.
Looks like the offense stays on. Fumble still counts, but the Patriots have better field position to work with. He goes to the left, looking for a wide receiver, and Numble's picked off. And that was Anthony Gale with the tip. They were almost able to pick it off.
Pass intended for Kenny Fazio, number 8, incomplete.
That was intended for Kenny Fazio. Another drop. He's just not having a good game. I'd like to see that throw. There you go. Goes to the left of the field. Throws to Fazio, but it's unable to get it because of Anthony Gale.
Yeah, what they'll do is, you know, deflect it a couple times. And again, the Patriots defense, especially their secondary tonight, has done a good job of making plays on the ball. They haven't let anything past them.
And the Braves have a wide receiver all the way to the left, all alone. There's just one corner covering him. There he goes. Exactly. He's looking, and it's a slant. He tries to get it to that player, but it's just tipped. Intended for Jeremy Delgado,
And
but the ball is
Delgado's
just tipped.
5th target of the game, guys, and just hasn't been able to draw one in. And again, the ball tipped up in the air. So the Patriots, I mean, kind of making a play on every ball that comes their way, you know, in terms of the pass game. And, you know, just over a minute to go here, they've held Indian Hill scoreless. You know, they've had a couple opportunities, especially to open up the game when they were driving and had it inside the Patriots' red zone, but they've stepped up in a big way.
3rd and 10. Patriots need to stop. Ball snapped. Looking to the left side of the field. Pressure in his face. And he's able to catch it as he was hit by Anthony Gale. And that was completed to Kenny Fazio. And it's a first down for the Braves.
Great catch there. He's got great legs, got great hands. I mean, just an all-around star of this Indian Hills team.
Yeah, I mean, especially to run that fumble recovery, you know, 75 yards back and break. I mean, again, countless tackles. Unfortunately for him, it was called back. You know, holding on the back end of that play. But you said it, Luca. I mean, this kid is a playmaker for the Braves, and he's going to be important here. If, you know, again, we'll talk about it. You know, when we get to the playoffs, we have all season. This defense is extremely tough to score on and drive on, and they're going to need him to make plays.
Under 20 seconds, probably the last play of the first half, first quarter. Ready to snap the ball, trying to make the Patriots jump. They snap it. They find it wide over the middle, and it's just thrown nowhere near his wide receiver. It was intended for Fazio again, but it was nowhere near him, and that was a dangerous throw.
The ball split between Excellent Fazio there. And now the clock stopped with .9 seconds left.
Let's see
Let's
that
go
again.
to the replay.
There you go. 34 going over, and he's, ooh, and almost picked off by Brunetti. He's so a bit closer. There we go. Last play of the first quarter. Let's see what the Braves have come up with. And here we go. Looking to the left side of the field again. And just not a good throw as it wasn't near his wide receiver. And it was almost picked off by Anthony Gale. And that's a wrap of the first half. 7-0. First quarter.
We again want to remind you to hopefully open up your pocketbooks as
The end of the first quarter. 7 up. Patriots. Braves still scoreless. Guys, what do you think of the first quarter?
Yeah, you know, guys, it's been a common theme all season. This Patriots defense is making plays. I mean, again, getting a hand on that last ball. I mean, Alnor is kind of telepathing, you know, where he's going to throw it. You know, in his release, he kind of lines back for a second. So, I mean, the Patriots have done a good job jumping all over him on that. He's got to make adjustments, you know, and again, Fazio has really been the only one on the offensive side of the ball who's really been able to, you know, do anything for the Braves. And, you know, outside of him, they've struggled. So this defense, again, I mean, holding them scoreless in the first quarter, especially, you know, when the Indians had it inside the Patriots' red zone, able to come up with a big stop there and the missed field goal. So, again, just like they have all season, they've just done an excellent job, you know, through the first 12 minutes.
And the Braves will get the ball at the 40. And they're in a huddle, deciding what the next play is. As it's 3rd and 10, they need a first down to continue this drive. No backs in the backfield, all wide receivers. Calls for the ball, looking for his targets, and it's back deflected by Stanley Osbach. Now let's see that block again. Here you see him coming up to Carson, and he just puts his hands up and gets the block.
Isaiah, you see Alnor's release. He kind of whips it back for a second, and, you know, Osbach, a big kid, was able to get to the backfield and, you know, trying to just time that, almost like, you know, a basketball player just timing a block, getting up and swatting it, you know, batting it down to the ground. And, you know, the Patriots, again, do a good job. They do their job.
Here we are. Cantella deep to return the punt. Ben Cantella in the backfield. It's a false start on the Braves. Moves them 5 yards back and gives these Patriots a better chance of returning closer to their side of the field. It's almost blocked again, and it bounces right around the 30. And here we go. This offense once again coming out. Now, guys, with the recent turnovers, how do you fix those problems?
I mean, you just kind of keep a hold on the ball. Even though you might not get as many yards as you hoped for, especially when you're as close enough as you are to the end zone. Hold on to that ball with everything you can.
Here we go once again. Mike Casasana fakes into the handoff to number 21, Dan Gerard. We haven't seen him in the backfield in a while.
Last game he played was Fairlawn. It was senior night, and a bunch of the senior players came out to play. He started that game. We also got to see Anthony Montano and Michael Petrocelli come in to play.
Well, I mean, you know, Luca, you mentioned it, the ball security, and Gerard doing a good job there. Braves defenders trying to strip it out of his hands. Good job protecting the ball.
And Casasana calling for the ball. Dan Gerard again in the backfield. Snaps the ball, looking to throw. Off the line, gives him time. Punt to Lillo, and it's picked by the Braves. Intercepted by Kenny Fazio. And he's just had a great game.
Fazio's all over the place.
Let's see that. Let's see that again. The offensive line gives him time. Sees punt to Lillo, but he's just unable to complete the accurate pass, and it's just picked off by Fazio.
Yeah, kind of overshot punt to Lil a little bit. Was looking for him back shoulder, and Cass's 8th pick of the year, guys. Just, you know, not a terrible ball, but could have been better. And Fazio, again, such a playmaker on both sides of the ball and coming up with a pick there.
And Casasanto breaks his 3 week of not having turnover the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, that's impressive in itself, Isaiah, but, you know, again, not a terrible ball. Should have put a little less on it, probably would have got there, but again, Fazio making plays.
I mean, we did say no turnovers, keep hold on the ball, but ends up getting turned over, unfortunately, for Mike Casasanta there.
Two backs in the backfield. Hands it off to 34, Christian Murillo. With a different look. Dan Daly with the tackle. Two backs in the backfield this time, changing it up a bit. And it's a false start as the Patriots get on the Braves side. It was an approaching by the defense. Not a false start. And once again, these penalties killing the Patriots. We've seen this constant in almost every game. And it's 2nd and 3. And he was looking for the Patriots to jump, as they were called for a penalty last time for jumping. They're trying to do it again. And this time, Elnor will snap the ball, and he tries to give it to one of our receivers, but it's just dropped.
I mean, again, the
ball. The ball was just not there.
Yeah, ball tipped at the line of scrimmage again, guys. I mean, Elnor, you know, just can't seem to get the ball over the Wayne Hills defense again. Just getting a hand on pretty much every ball. And, you know, that's a terrific thing to do if you're a defense, if you can, you know, make it harder for this offense, you know, and make them work a little bit. And they've definitely done that so far, you know, up to this point in the game.
The pass intended for Aiden Chumas,
And that was intended for Aiden Chumas, but it was incomplete because the ball was not in his direction.
3rd down and short, guys. Let's see if the Patriots can come up with another stop.
And here we go. Snaps the ball for up in the middle, and he's dropped by Fazio,
the intended receiver,
who's had a pretty decent game tonight.
by number 30, Matt Garrity.
And that was broken up by number 30, Matt Garrity. Like you said, Aaron, they're able to stop. And let's look at that recent play by the defense. There you go. Gets it into his arms, but just unable to reel it in and drops the ball.
With Ben Contella deep to return that punt.
And it's a low kick. Will end up at about the 45. And these wide receivers just unable to catch these balls. That's a big problem for the Braves.
Yeah, and, you know, while Elnor hasn't exactly had, you know, the best game, he's put balls, you know, in spots where his receivers have, you know, they should be able to make the catch, and they just have let him down to this point in the game. Fazio, a little bit of a tougher play there, but just especially Dodato. I mean, he's been targeted 5 or 6 times, hasn't been able to make the catch so far, so not entirely his fault.
Now the Patriots. Do you see Mike Santa asking to run, and he's still going. He runs around. He's on the right side of the field. He's at the 30, the 20, stiffs onto the player at the 10, and he's still going. He's tackled near the end zone. Once again, Mike Santa using those legs.
Kind of reminiscent of that big run in the Ramapo Dame Dice to open up the second half, ran for 67 yards.
Let's see it again.
And I say that because, he was running left, made a cut back in the middle of the field, and like you said, Isaiah, look at that move, throwing him off him. And just keep going. Santa again with a big run, making plays.
Surprised to have only seen 2 runs so far from him tonight, and a big one there. It shows definitely his running capability. The leading rusher on this team before this game had 588 rushing yards.
And he's going to take it for himself again. Juke's out a player. He's getting there. He's getting closer. And they're going to rule him short. See that run again by Mike Santa. You see the ref's going to call it about the 1 yard line. And seems very close.
Looked like he got the pylon there at the end.
Definitely got the pylon there. That thing fell.
Knee must have been down. Again, we'll say it. Ref's got a better view from down there. And now Gerard to his right. Let's see if they run it with him.
And he's going to run it again. And it's an easy touchdown for Mike Santa as he just walks into the end zone.
I mean, he just makes things look just that easy. Mike Santa takes a run right through. I mean, as you said, cakewalk. It looked like he was almost walking. Offensive line able to create a nice hole for him to get right through, and it just gets right into that end zone to put another 6 points up on the board for Wayne Hills.
Here we go. Getting ready for the kick for the extra point. So far, pretty good. And the ball is up in the air, and it's good. Now the Patriots up 14-0 with under 9 minutes remaining.
Well, Cass' second rushing touchdown of the night, guys, 9th of the season, and just continues to be a force on the ground and a thorn in the side of every defense he goes up against because now that he's developed a consistent air raid, his arm has gotten so much better that at times you forget that. I mean, he's an elite runner, and he shows it there. A huge one, and then, one where he dove for the pylon. Looked like he may have gotten in, but, he pushes that to the side, and on the next play, kind of like you said, Isaiah, just kind of walks in. And, again, he's just flashing, how elite he is, through the air and on the ground as a dual-threat quarterback.
Call home remodeling. Pizza One.
Now both teams taking the field for the kickoff after Santa's touchdown.
We are getting ready for the kickoff. Breath blow the whistle. And the kick is up in the air. It's a very far and high kick. It will be called for a touchback.
Touchback in the end zone. First and 10 Braves on the 20.
First and 10 Braves.
Back to our
The 20-yard line.
sponsors, RWC Windows, Doors, and More. Song Orthodontics. Spectrum Therapeutics.
We see Matthew Garrity back taking the field. Sophomore in his first game getting replay-worthy plays.
And the Preakness Gourmet Deli. Thank you so much to our platinum sponsors.
There are no backs in the backfield just Alnor all alone with 5 wide receivers split. He's going to hand it off for the second time of the game. Doesn't get that much. That's Dan Daly with the tackle on 32. 34, Christian Murillo. Again, no running backs, all wide receivers. Looking, and it's blocked again, and it's picked off. The Patriots get the first turnover of the game. And that is intercepted by Gabe Kuhn, a captain for these Patriots.
Wow. I mean, that's got to be
Let's see that interception again.
Third or fourth ball that's been batted at the line of scrimmage. This time Luca Denny his left hand on it and falls right into the hands of Hyundai. Absolutely ridiculous. This defense is playing with, I mean, some of the most tenacity I've ever seen at the high school level. They are just, I mean, they're just a force to be reckoned with. And, I mean, Alnor has just had no success so far against them. And, I mean, they are really getting to him.
And now this gives this Patriots team a chance to go 21-0. And he's going to hand it off to Dan Gerard again, and he slips, and it's taken down by Kenny Fazio.
Dan Gerard on the carry, brought down by Kenny Fazio.
Going back to that last play, I think that might be the first time we see a lineman holding the turnover belt over his head. Might be 2 turnover belt champions, co-champions, Nick Lucarello and Gabe Kuhn, both contributing to that turnover there.
So again, going to hand off to Gerard as he's still going, his leg, and he's, oh, and that's a huge hit as his legs were being holden down by a Braves player.
And after taking that hard hit,
Jack Shaw, the tackle.
After taking that hard hit,
no
going
gain.
off to the sideline, taking a bit of a breather. We got the wind knocked out of him. Definitely did look like a hard hit. Bertovsky back into this game.
Yeah, 2 subpar runs for Gerard, and now they'll put their guy back in Bertovsky.
And going to the left, and Mike is going to run it for himself. Jukes out of the defender, and he's taken down.
Well, guys, you know, a little bit of an unfortunate drive there, you know, for the Patriots. Did a big turnover. You know, did a captain like Dave Kuhn who plays, you know, the offensive and defensive line, doesn't touch the ball much. You know, did a big guy like him, you know, in possibly his final home game, you know, a chance to make the play on the ball and, you know, set up inside, you know, the Braves' 20-yard line and just not able to cash in, and you'll have to settle for 3.
Jordan Thiel will attempt the field goal.
And, you know, guys, on the other side for the Braves, a good job of, we've said it multiple times, you know, bending but not breaking. You know, giving up 3 to a Patriots offense that's already scored twice on you is a win.
They're getting ready for the kick. Looking to put 3 points up on the board. And the kick goes right through and gives the Patriots a 7-0 lead.
Jordan Thiel, so far this year, in all his field goal attempts, he's been perfect. Nailed a great 24-yarder right through the middle of the uprights against PCTI last week and nails that one out from 20 yards.
Yeah, and, you know, Isaiah and Luca, like you said, Luca, I mean, he's just been great over the last 2 seasons. Such a luxury at this level. You know, in high school football, you're not always going to have a great kicker. You know, it's tough to find one, but, I mean, Thiel's been pretty much automatic on extra points, and he's been fantastic on field goals as well. You know, last year, second team all county as a kicker, and he's making his case, you know, to be another, have another all-county team selection this year. I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic, like you said.
Number 16, in Jeremy Delgado, number 14, on deep to return, Jordan Fields kick.
Just getting the rough whistle for the kick. Once again, another very high kick. Reels it in. He's going to the right side of the field, and he's taken out around the 20. And that is Aiden Chumas.
On the kickoff return, pushed out of bounds by number 3, Anthony Gale. First and 10 on the 19.
First and 10, the 19 for the Braves. And now looking for a chance to put something up on the board. As the last few drives, unable to get something going. There we go, 2 backs. And 3 are receivers. Snaps the ball. It's a low snap. And it's thrown too high. Intended for Aiden Chumas. The ball is thrown too high, so he's unable to jump for it and try to catch the ball. He's also pushed out of bounds.
And most of these dropped passes, we can't necessarily put these receivers at fault, as this Wayne Hills defense has done such an incredible job being able to get the hits on the intended receivers.
Absolutely.
As the quarterback is trying to get off the pass.
This time, no backs. Looking for the pass. And it's picked off. And the refs say it is picked off by Christian Pontalillo. And that is the second turnover for the Patriots tonight.
And I guess they downed him where he intercepted the ball. Nevertheless, it is Wayne Hill's ball.
And Luca,
they take over.
Just as you were saying it, I mean, Wayne Hill's making big hits and making big plays. Pontalillo jumps the route there and picks it off. And look at this, 5 minutes to go. Patriots have an opportunity to go up 24-0, make it a 3-score game, and kind of put them away. And here we go. Mike Joyce is in the game, guys, for the first time since week 1. We'll see how many touches he gets on this drive.
And also 3 wide receivers. He's going to run to the right side of the field. And he's still going at the 10. He's swing pass to Michael Joyce. Let's see that pass from Michael Sand to Joyce. Let's see, we have some technical difficulties. Not sure what happened there, but we're back to the game.
What is the pursuit of Joyce? I mean, for not playing in 8 weeks straight, did a good job of, just pushing through. And again, so elite, Joyce, such a great talent.
There's a shuffle to Joyce again. Has a wide open, and he's tackled at the 10.
Yeah, well, as Joyce, this isn't the usual Michael Joyce you're going to see. I mean, with a knee injury of that severity, he's not going to be able to move, obviously, as quick as he has. And, you see the screen play to the right and then the toss to the left. He told me that he would only be, in for these types of plays here. And, 4 minutes to go in the first half, Patriots threatening. Why not? I mean, only sweeps and screens he's going to play for, so why not give him a few opportunities to kind of get into the flow of the game a little bit?
Yeah, not full 100%, but it's nice to have Joyce back in for this Patriots. Like you said, Aaron, haven't seen him since week 1. Pretty sure he's been waiting for this moment. Being injured, it sucks.
Yeah, I've talked to him, and he's just been so anxious and so ready to get back on the field, especially his first time getting back in practice. He said it just felt so good to put the pads back on, and you can only imagine for a guy who sat out for 95% of the season how good it feels now, to come in last week of the season and if they can punch in here just to celebrate with his teammates down on the field has to be an incredible feeling.
It's
And
got to feel great being able to get back out there doing what you love most. Great to have him back. Now we see Bertovsky coming in for Joyce.
ref's gonna put it half distance to the goal.
Yeah, it was penalty on the Braves there. Seemed like a hold, so new set of downs for the Patriots. First down and goal, and only got 5 yards to go here as Bertovsky checks back in, like you said, Luca.
It would have been great to see him punch it in and celebrate once again. And he hasn't since his junior year, but got to keep him healthy for these playoffs.
And took the hand up to Bertovsky, and he gets another touchdown, and that is the 3rd touchdown for the night for the Patriots.
I mean, Chris Bertovsky does a great job filling in for Michael Joyce, and he has this season 400-plus yards on the season for rushing. Has just had an incredible season. Him and Noah Abida have put in their fill and have done such a great job at that.
And here's Jordan Thiel for the kick. Has been great so far. And the ball is in the air and it goes right through the middle once again. Patriots up 24-0 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left.
Patriots 24, Braves nothing.
Well, guys, Bertovsky finishing off the drive with yet another touchdown, and I've talked about it. We've talked about it. He's been so reliable, filling in. When I talked to Coach Demikoff a couple weeks ago, the theme was, one of the questions I asked him was, with Joyce out, such a talent, that he is, and he's been a star in the backfield for the past 2 years on this team, and not to have him, throughout the stretch of the season must be tough. But Chris Bertovsky has just made it that much easier on Coach Demikoff and the rest of the staff. He's been truly excellent, and he continues to do it here tonight, punching in yet another score for the Patriots.
Yeah, these backups have stepped up for this team, and it's really shown by Chris Bertovsky, who has some pretty big plays. And when you have Mike Casasana as well, who runs the ball, this gives this team even more of a chance.
Yeah, it seems like the defense really has no answers for him either, Isaiah.
So kick is off. Looking for the return. And he's tackled at around the 20. And that is Delgado with the return.
Brought down by number 5, Chris Bertovsky.
Brought down by Bertovsky. We mentioned earlier, has had a pretty good night.
And going back to him, just such incredible plays, putting in drives, just like Joyce was his junior year and even his sophomore year when he was joined along as one of the 3 starting running backs in that incredible running back core.
Yeah, I mean, look, he had a game sophomore year where he ran for 3 touchdowns against Ramapo. I mean, he's been phenomenal throughout his career here with the Patriots, and again, just to get him back on the field must be such a relief for not only him but the rest of the coaching staff.
And the Braves with another chance to try to put something on the board before the half finishes. And looks to the right side of the field, and it's caught by number 16, Aiden Chumas. And he's going to move the chains.
First down, Braves.
Seemed like a short throw, but he was able to come back and dive for the ball and get the first down.
I mean, Aaron, as you said, you were talking with Coach Demikoff and got an interview from him for the Ramapo game. I was talking to him before Wayne Hills came back from South Carolina. And obviously Joyce had been hurt, but I didn't know how long it would be until he'd come back.
and they were mostly talking about Abita, but then Bertovsky, starting with playing, had a few drives against Old Japan, and there were some good drives too.
Yeah.
And then came in West Milford and completely exploded from there on out. And I know I haven't said it in a while, even though it is sort of my thing, but he's shown what Wayne Hills football really is.
And another penalty against the Braves guys, and to start off the drive with a nice pass to Chumas, was able to corral that up the right sideline, made a nice catch, and again just hurting yourself with penalties here just kind of throws that out the window. It never happened, and again the Braves just making it harder on themselves, especially with a 24-point deficit. I mean, it's going to be extremely tough for them to fight to get back into this game.
You can't rule them out. You've seen many times where teams have come back. For example, the New England Patriots, who came back in the Super Bowl. What a game that was.
Well,
Changed in the second half.
I mean, when you have a guy named Brady under center, you can kind of expect him to give any team a run for their money in any game. But again, even for him, I mean, it's always hard.
Exactly.
When you're down 3 scores and you're continually hurting yourself with penalties, it's just, in any sport, it makes it just that much harder every time you do it to try and, claw back into the game and, give Wayne Hills a little bit of a test, which they really haven't so far. Wayne Hills has kind of been on cruise control, and they've made a ton of plays.
And after the long huddle, it will set up their players on the line. No backs, all wide receivers. Ball snapped, looks to the left side of the field, and that is Fazio running up the middle, and he's taken down. Let's see that again. There you see him. Finds Kenny Fazio wide open, turns around, goes up the middle, and it seems like he's still going, and he's tackled by a group of Patriots. Once again, no backs, all wide receivers. Once again, goes to the left, and he looks to throw, but pressure in his face. Nick Lucarello trailing behind him. And he's going to find someone trying to get something open, but it's thrown out of bounds. As it was intended for number 4, Nate Exel. Pressure coming at his face, change direction. Nick Lucarello trailing him, had to throw the ball before it was sacked. And this Patriots defense stepping up. The half almost over, under 3 minutes remaining. And these Braves have to act quick if they want to get something on the board. And here are a typical formation for the Braves. 5 wide receivers. Snaps the ball, almost loses it, and it's completely hit by Stanley Osbach as he came straight forward for him and makes the tackle and makes him fall down.
Stanley Osbach doing a great job, able to charge Al Noor there, getting Indian Hills to get a 3 and out, as now a timeout is called by the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Well, Osbach again, another guy who's just made a play here in this game. It seems like everyone on the Patriots defense has just stepped up and done their job. And a chance now. There's enough time where you can put a lengthy drive together. Again, kind of wear that in Indian Hills right before halftime. Go up 31-0. I mean, it would just kind of shut the door. It would just kind of put them away if they were able to do that. So, good job of the Patriots defense standing tall again. And, I mean, look where Tontella is to return the punt. I mean, he's on his side of the field inside the 50. So all you really need is 5-10 yards and you set up shop, close to the 35-40. And, again, the Patriots have been dangerous on the offensive side of the ball tonight. So let's see if they can do it again.
Ready for the punt. And it's kicked very short. And it lands about the 45. And now once again, the Patriots with great field position. Under 2 minutes to go. Under 3 minutes to go. And with a chance to put even more points on the board. And Toski once again in the backfield. Typical formation for the Patriots. He's going to hand off to Toski, wide up the middle, and he slips and thrown to the ground. And he's brought down by Jack Shawn.
Pickup of 7, 2nd and 3.
Will now be 2nd and 3. Here we go. Snap going to the left. Looking for a player, and that is caught by Dan Daly. And gets the first down and moves the chains. And you have 3 wide receivers lined up at the right of the field. Callahan moving to the right. And he's going to run it for himself. And he turns around, has wide open space, and he's going to take it to the end zone. And another running touchdown from Mike Hazasana, which gives the Patriots another lead. And just look at that run by Mike Hazasana. Here you see looking to pass to the right side. Defender's coming, he changes directions. And he goes to the left, and he has a wide open space to work with. And unable to tackle him, he just gets into the end zone for another easy touchdown.
And, guys, Casasanta, 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Three rushing touchdowns and a half. I mean, Casasanta's been, just kind of, again, getting whatever he wants, running all over the Braves defense here. And his 3rd score on the ground of the night. 3 total touchdowns for him.
Theo getting ready set to kick the ball. And it's good. Has been perfect for tonight. And now gives the Patriots a 30-0 lead. 31-0 lead. And now the Patriots seem to have a very comfortable lead going into the half. Must be proud with themselves.
And we saw Casasanta on that touchdown play. Saw him on the touchdown play. All the defenders stacked up on the right where those receivers were. Him taking the shot out to the left. No one was there, able to get himself into the end zone. 31-0 Wayne Hills. 1:22 left in the first half of this game.
Here we go, getting ready for the kickoff. We've seen multiple kickoffs this game because of the score. And another far kick. And it'll be tackled around the 25. And that's Jeremy Delgado with the return.
Brought down by Arlen
The Braves break the huddle, getting ready for the first play of the drive. With a minute and 17 seconds left in the first half of this game. Ball snap, changes direction, and breaks off as two missed tackles and taken out of bounds by Brunetti. And that is Kenny Fazio with another catch. Let's see that catch.
Yeah, Isaiah Fazio again making a play. They're trying to evade Gerard there and just kept going up the sideline. And again, we've talked about it. He's really been the only guy, the only playmaker on this Indian Hills, offensive side of the ball. So big play for him there.
Luckily, Brunetti was able to make the tackle. Stop almost a huge run. The ball snapped, and it's just thrown behind number 44, Jack Shaw.
Jack Shaw, a sophomore on this Indian Hills team, has gotten a few good running plays. One reception, went for 12 yards. I believe it was against Wayne Valley. Wayne Valley had a lot of wacky stuff, per se, for this Indian Hills team. Jack Shaw at running back had a catch as well. Kenny Fazio at quarterback.
There we go. Second play of the drive. It's thrown and it's caught by Kenny Fazio.
Wow. That's an incredible catch.
That's two great catches by Kenny Fazio. Braves have a first down and now are threatening the Patriots with under a minute left, trying to get something up on the board.
I mean, two pretty good, strikes from Alnor to Fazio, and what they're moving towards Isaiah. They're trying to punch in. As the clock, sits under 50 seconds, they're moving fast.
Here we go. Patriots showing blitz, backing off. And another throw, but it's just out of bounds. And Kenny Fazio unable to reach it.
Well, again, Fazio's made a pair of nice catches on this drive, and he's made something out of it. But, I mean, you have 37 seconds left. You have all three timeouts. You don't necessarily have to take a shot at the end zone. You can, you can try and kind of, maybe, throw a ball over the middle of the field, or maybe a little comeback route, on the sideline. But you don't necessarily have to take the shot at the end zone right here. On second down especially, you got two more tries before, it comes up to fourth down. And there, if you're not able to pick up a first, then you should take the shot. Let's see what the Braves are going to do here.
The confusion for the Braves sitting up on the line.
Out wide to the left.
He's all alone.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage. Let's see if they give it to him. Definitely got the height advantage.
There we go. And he's going to throw it to him like you said. And the height advantage. And it's incomplete. These drop passes are killing the Braves.
And they did go. They did go to Fazio, and he's definitely got the height advantage. Like I said right before the play on Garrity. But again, good job, Patriots secondary standing tall again. And now with 30.3 seconds left, guys, two more stops is all they need, and they'll hold Indian Hills scoreless. Through the first half. It would be their second, or excuse me, it would be their third shutout. Third first half shutout of the year.
I mean, if you're getting shut out, this team might be looking to maybe kick a field goal.
I mean, they missed their first. Maybe they're, not so confident in relying on their kicker. And they've taken two, deep shots at the end zone already, on this set of downs. So I'm confident that, again, they're probably going to put Fazio in some one-on-one coverage, get him a look. Patriots doing a good job of, the isolated safeties coming over to kind of play double coverage on him. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if, Alnor's first look is right to Fazio and either alone on the left side or on the right.
I mean, they got to be careful what they do on defense because he almost had a touchdown, but just dropped the ball. and gave this defense another chance to shut them out.
Now both teams breaking the huddles, coming back to the field.
Finally, a back in the backfield for the Braves.
Now Pontalillo covering Fazio.
Once again. And it's a screen to number 4, Nate Exel.
The swing pass to number 4, Nate Exel.
Didn't get that much yardage. And it's a timeout by the Braves. 19 seconds remaining. And with 4th down, probably going to try to get in the end zone.
Yeah, we'll see what they elect to do.
Yeah, I mean, with
I would assume they're going to keep their offense out on the field.
Braves.
And again, I mean, they had Fazio that time, guarded by Pontalillo. You know, he had a little bit of a crossing route over the middle of the field, but you can't afford to put the ball in his hands and expect him to do something. I would kind of, go all or nothing here. Either up the right side or the left side, right up the sideline. And maybe they'll throw an extra blocker in there, to give Alnor a couple extra seconds to go through all of his reads. But again, I would expect the first option to be Fazio in one-on-one coverage. Although the Patriots, have done a good job of adjusting, and that's just, the brilliance of Coach Demikoff and his staff. They just, they recognize a play the first time it happens, and they've got all different types of adjustments to shut it down.
Yeah, I say 19 seconds left in the half. I believe it's Indian Hills getting the ball back. Yes, it is. It's Indian Hills is getting the ball back. So why not go on this drive on 4th down to put in another score and come out of the locker room getting the ball back to start off the second half.
Here we are. Braves setting up. Alnor calls for the ball, and the refs blow the whistle as a flag. False start by the Braves. That just pushes them further.
And again, these penalties, not only from Wayne Hills, but also from Indian Hills alike, just pushing them back at times that they really just can't have that going on. There's now 18.2 seconds left for them to get in one more play, maybe 2.
Fazio out wide to the left, guys. He's the near man. Let's see where they go with it.
And they do. And it's wide open and dropped, but the flag thrown by the refs.
They're going to call PI.
Pass intended for number 16, Aiden Chumas.
That was intended for Aiden Chumas. Unable to reel it in. But penalty marker is down for the
pass incomplete.
remainder of this game.
I mean, it did look like a pass interference play there from Anthony Gale. Got a little too pushy shovey there on the play, and especially in the end zone. There, the referees are going to call that one.
Pass interference.
Yeah, and it is called a pass interference against Hills.
Against the Braves.
And a holding against the Braves, so they might, and they're going to cancel.
Yeah, they offset.
Yeah, offset.
So still 4th down, 20 yards to go for the Braves here, so situation doesn't really change. But that look for the Braves guys didn't work out. Looking for Chumas on the right side, so now the Patriots have had a look at that. So Braves gonna have to be creative here on 4th down. Again, Fazio, the near man, on the left side.
And he's going to look to him, the pressure in his face. And it's thrown too far, intended for Fazio. But once again, Alenor threw it too far, and there was 2 defenders getting ready to catch it. And that'll be a turnovers on down with 6 seconds remaining.
Yep.
And a possible QB kneel by the Patriots.
Wayne Hills going to take the knee here, guys, and going to the half. Very pleased with themselves, up 31-zip.
I mean, I'll say this too. Kenny Fazio on that play still even got a hand on a ball, putting out all he had there, sprawling his body out in the end zone, making the dive, trying to get that ball past 2 defenders. And Casasanta takes the knee.
And that'll just about do it as the clock hits 0. And that is at the end of the first half for this game. And we're heading to overtime. To halftime. So guys, that first half, a little bit of a rough start for the Patriots, but they were able to get back into the game and, you know, blow out these guys 31-0.
Yeah, and, you know, Isaiah, like you said, a little bit of a rough start. You know, first drive for Indian Hills to have the ball so close to Wayne Hills' end zone kind of, you know, put a little bit of a shock into everyone in the stands. You know, Indian Hills coming out strong and weren't able to capitalize, missed a field goal, and, I mean, it was just a rough start for Wayne Hills. Or for Indian Hills, and then Wayne Hills kind of capitalized on it. You know, Bertofsky got going. Casasanta 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half, and overall, you know, the offense just kicked in a high gear. You know, some point midway through the first quarter, and the Patriots have just been dominant offensively and defensively. The defense has made countless plays, guys, and I mean, it's just been, you know, a phenomenal first half for the Patriots.
Luca, what is your thoughts on Mike Casasanta's performance tonight?
I mean, Mike Casasanta, like Aaron said, has been through a great transformation over the course of a season. First year starting here at quarterback for Wayne Hills, and he's done himself a pretty great job getting his Wayne Hills team to the playoffs and having set up such a great season. And tonight in this game has been doing also a pretty good job, able to nail in a touchdown for himself, getting a passing touchdown off as well. Incredible throws. The offensive line giving him so much time. He's not rushing any throws anymore. I feel like after that Ramapo game, it's really starting to hit him now. What this means, what playing for this team means, and especially at such an important quarterback position.
All right, guys, 31-0, heading to halftime, and we're gonna bring it to the marching band as they set up to get on the field. And it is senior night for the marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, last call for the 50-50. The big 50-50. $17,900. $17,900. They will take cash or a credit card. Now at $17,900, that's 179 tickets. That means you have one chance in 179 to win. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we would like to honor our senior band members and their families. Our first senior is Cheyenne Ajab, a trombonist who is accompanied by her mother, Jocelyn Olivetti. Next is Rachel Ahn, who plays the euphonium and is the recruiting officer.
She is with her mother, Juhi Kim, and father, Jason An. Chris Ayala Belito, an equipment manager who plays euphonium, is accompanied by his parents, Flor and Carlos. Tara Vilto, drum captain, is with her parents, Riel and Faris, and her brother, Christopher Bernsen. Matt Bruno, the clarinetist, is with his mom, Sarah Contreras. Flute section leader, Justine Di Nicola, is accompanied by her parents, Gail and Dante. Drum major, Logan Espartinez, is with his parents, Mary Jane and Garrett. Sabrina Giordano, who plays trombone, is with her mom, Christina, her sister, Samantha, and brother, Guy. Clarinetist Jimmy He is accompanied by his mother, Han Jin. Cindy Ko, clarinet section leader, is with her mother, Hunshil Oh, brother Sanguin, and sister Bijou. Mike Lehman, a tuba player, is with his mom, Diane. Color guard captain and librarian Jihang Paik is accompanied by her parents, Myung An and Hungdu Paik, and her siblings Jun and Sonwoo. Jason Pohl, who is the uniform manager and plays trumpet, is with his parents Alyssa and Mark and sister Samantha. Drum Lieutenant James Thompson is accompanied by his parents Kathleen and Edward. Band secretary and piccolo player Lorelei Thompson is with her parents Jennifer and Art, as well as her brothers Ethan and Chad. Drum major Alex Villarta is with his parents Jana and John Eric and brother Chris. Josie Van Houten-Vink, vice president and bari sax player, is with her mom, Dawn. Justin Vilches, trumpet player and equipment manager, is accompanied by his parents, Zulima and Oscar. Band president and trumpet player Ricky Wallert is with his parents, Nancy and Frederick. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our seniors and their families. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to enjoy the award-winning Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band, fresh from their successful weekend, as they present their fall field show, Spellbound.
Next Friday in Massachusetts. I'm not going to be there. So I told these guys, I'm going to have to get somebody to cover for me, and we're going to do a dry rehearsal Wednesday to make sure they can do this. If it's away, it's a piece of cake. I don't need to. And I told everybody, if you check Gridiron, New Jersey on Sunday morning, you'll find out who we're playing with. I asked the guys on the sidelines.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's return that salute with an appropriate standing round of applause.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hill student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And we are back from halftime as we are about to enter the second half of this game. 30-0 on the scoreboard. Patriots have played pretty phenomenal. A couple of turnovers in the beginning of the game, and we are ready to see what this Patriots team does in the second half.
And Patriots have put up a great first half so far, up 31-0, and have been able to shut out this Indian Hills team.
What?
As we mentioned earlier,
Jade and Olivia.
it is senior night for the band, but it is also senior night for everybody up here, us in the booth, Aaron and Isaiah, 2 seniors this year, closing out the football season regular here at home and doing it right. Thank you guys so much for putting in all the work you do.
Hey,
you do.
you're taking over next year, so try to learn a couple of things from us if you can. He's been doing this for a while, though, since a freshman, so he's down in that year.
Yes.
And
Isaiah,
shout out.
this is your first year.
Yep.
Aaron has been doing this for a little while now. Both of you guys joining us back for basketball season, but for football season, it comes to an end here at home. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done. You guys have been great
No problem,
so
man.
much this year. We're going to definitely miss you guys. And now we head back to the refs still out at the center. And now Wayne Hill's huddling up at the sideline and looking to take the field.
Getting hyped up.
I thought we had to do it now. You got it?
And there's Billy Busacca, our cameraman, has done a couple of games, almost every game of the season. He's done an excellent job getting key plays and, you know, getting a look at the field as people who are watching on the live stream.
And joined besides Chris Mezza, a junior, going to be taking over as the senior next year.
Yeah, it'll be the Luca and Chris show next year, so we've seen a lot of them.
Close kickoff.
Wayne Hills is taking the field.
All right, guys. Second half about to approach. What is a key? Well, what does the Patriots have to do in the second half to not give up any points for the Braves?
Well, you know, Isaiah, I think they just got to keep on doing what they've been doing so far. You know, first half they played excellent on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and you know you're going to see some new faces here. Big lead. You know, second half. You know, final home game potentially of the season. So you're going to see some freshmen and, you know, sophomores, juniors enter the game who don't usually get time. So, you know, you got guys entering the game who don't usually get a lot of time. If they can execute, it's going to be easy going on, you know, from here in the second half.
We're just set for kickoff. Theo ready to kick. And it's another high by Theo. And the return out to the right. And he's taken down the 25. And that is Chumas with the kickoff return. Before this starts, I'd like to mention the Wayne Hills Soccer lost to Paramus 2-0. And I'd like to, you know, before I talk about that, we'll head it down to the technical directors, Kyla, Olivia, and Jade, who are also seniors, and have helped us with these live streams and made, you know, everything come in clean. Good job, guys. Ready for the first snap of the second half. There goes the Brave, throwing it to 13. And that is Delgado. An easy catch. And before I was saying, the Wayne Hills soccer team lost to Paramus 2-0. And for those seniors, just know it's tough. Their season is ending, but wish them the best of luck. I'd like to congratulate the captains of the team, the seniors, Brooke Alexander, Amanda Adamo, Abigail Weltman, and Laura Lassen. we've got a chance to cover those games. They've had a terrific season, and now we're getting back to the game, and it's going to be a long pass, and Brunetti there, but just not able to try and get the pick off. So going back to the soccer team, good job, 12-7 record. They played hard to the end, and hopefully those juniors can come back and try to take them a bit farther. Senior night for the band, us up here with the crew, and everyone down in the truck. Here we are, second play of the third play of the 3rd and 8. Another long pass intended, but nothing there.
Yeah, now Nor, guys, it just isn't really doing a good job of composing himself in the pocket. Kind of, makes too quick of a read almost, and, doesn't really go through his progression. Kind of fires it to the middle of the field on first instinct, and the Patriots have done a good job of pressuring him in the pocket. Feel uncomfortable in there, and again they're going to force him to punt. And the Patriots, they're going to look to score again here early in the second half, and they're really piling it on here offensively and defensively.
I mean, Aaron, the QB locks onto the receivers, but it's just the accuracy isn't there, and we will land at the 43 for the Patriots.
So here you go, Isaiah, an opportunity for the Patriots to kind of, settle in a little bit. Maybe try out some exotic stuff that they haven't really done so far. With a lead of this size, you can kind of, settle. You're going to see an opponent that maybe you haven't seen all year next week in the playoffs, either here or on the road. So you might want to try out some stuff, pull some stuff out of the playbook that you haven't before here. We'll see what kind of looks the Patriots are going to give Indian Hills.
Set to go. Mike Alexander fix the handoff, and by number 81, Eli McCall. Sorry, that was Jake Crujon, number 81, with the catch and able to get a first down.
Yeah, and there you go. Droshan, a guy who plays, fullback, kind of lines up, kind of behind the left tackle, shifts from left to right from time to time. And we saw him make the catch earlier in the game and get close, to the 10-yard line and coughed it up.
There we go. Gives the ball to Rutofsky. Gets a decent carry. And tackled by Fazio. Now 2nd and 2 for the Patriots. Getting set up on the line. Castane's going to call for the snap. Hands up to Rutofsky again. A wide open hole in the middle, and he's still going. And he's taken down inside the 20.
Yeah, and Rutofsky, Isaiah, doing a good job of securing the ball and protecting it. Coughed up the ball earlier, when he was close, inside the red zone, getting near the goal line. So a good job, of him being conscious of that and, using both arms, tucking it in under his elbow. And, again, these Indian Hills defenders are relentless trying to strip the ball away, but good job of using both his arms and protecting the ball there.
Now Dan Girard checking in for Rutofsky. Now in the backfield, give him the ball. And he's straight up the middle. And gets a good gain of yards and gets closer to the end zone. That's Jack Shaw with the tackle.
Sophomore on the tackle there. And coming up pretty big for Indian Hills on the last couple of plays in this drive.
Ball spotted on the 4-yard line.
Ball we place at the 4-yard line. Dan Gerard also again in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. And it's another touchdown and the first for Gerard's game. And the Patriots will get another lead changer.
Now Dan Gerard coming back, showing us the skill that he was able to show us in the Fairlawn game, putting in a 6-point touchdown for Wayne Hills. Now up 37-0. Jordan Thiel taking the field now to kick the extra point.
And the onslaught continues, guys. 5th rushing touchdown of the game for the Patriots. I mean, they've just been absolutely electric and dynamic on the ground, have given it to Indian Hills all night long, and they continue to do so. Theme does not change to open up the second half. They've just been absolutely relentless on the ground tonight, just like they have been season.
Once again, the kick through the middle of the post, and the Patriots will now have a score of 38-0. Guys, what does this Indian Hills team have to do to try to get on the board and at least score something?
Well, I mean,
avoid a blowout.
As Alnor, maybe you want to buy him some time in the pocket, obviously, and again, maybe you want to try some stuff that you haven't, once in a while.
And there's Kyla, one of our cameramen working on the field.
Yeah, that wireless camera, really cool, guys.
Yeah.
Able to get up here in the booth, move on the field, and just able to follow players. Once again, here at Wayne Hills, just revolutionizing the game.
And as I was saying before, it is senior night, but not only that, we have to shout out everyone who makes this possible. Mr. Who Straight TV shirt makes all this possible, sets up our live streams
absolutely.
Down in the truck. Such an incredible job. Thank you to him for making us do this. He's the only reason why we're up in the booth commentating this game.
Without
today.
him, there's no us.
Everyone on camera, everybody in the truck, everyone in the crew, the student section that comes out, and all times the wireless camera has come up. We have yet to shout out the live stream.
Post kick, far kick, and running to the right is Chumas, and he's pushed out of bounds.
On the kickoff return, pushed out of bounds by number 6, Joe Daskus.
That's a good start, Isaiah, for Indian Hills. You talked to me and you asked me, what do they have to do here to try and get on the board? Well, a good return is going to help you out a little bit. So, a good return by Chumas up the right side, and Indian Hills is going to take over with solid starting field position, and they could put together a lengthy drive and cash it in. Maybe tell the Patriots, hey, we're not going down without a fight. That's kind of what they have to do here. Can't really roll over as, down 37-zip. Rolling over pretty much seal the deal on this one.
And we're going to see a change as our running back in the backfield. The Braves calls for the ball, fakes the throw, hands it off, gets a pretty decent gain of almost about 5 yards. That is Christian Murillo with the carry.
Now we've got the time. All the times the wireless camera has come up, we shouted everyone. We shouted out the loyal student section who's come out to every game. We've shouted out all of us in the crew. We've shouted out the band. We've shouted out pretty much everybody, but we never shout out our loyal live stream viewers.
There we go with the snap. Another long throw. It is wide open. And he's going to go all the way, and that is Kenny Fazio. And now the Braves are up on the board and finally get the touchdown they've been waiting for all night.
And there you go, Isaiah. I said they had to put together a lengthy drive. Nope. They went the absolute opposite direction. Deep ball to Fazio. Talked about it a lot. Really the only playmaker, on the offensive side of the ball. They've kind of been stagnant with everyone else and, beat his man up the right sideline and just did a good job. And he was gone as soon as he caught it. Fazio truly having a fantastic game for himself. Caught a touchdown. He's made numerous plays, and he's really been one of the lone bright spots for Indian Hills here tonight.
Yeah, these throws by the Braves to Fazio It's really came the Patriots long distance. You see there, he burned the secondary and able to get in for a touchdown. Finally put themselves up on the board. Calls for the kick, high snap, and it's almost blocked, but it's right through the middle. And now it's 38-7. Patriots still leading with under 7 minutes to remaining in the third quarter. I mean, Hills already had a blowout against West Milford. Could have had one here, but Fazio just was not going to let that happen.
Fazio, as I've said, plays everywhere and controls at every position he plays. Rusher, leading receiver for this team, does the kick returns for the team. I mean, just an incredible overall all-around player. That didn't get to finish. Thanking all the people who make this possible, the students in the student section, football players on the field. I forgot to shout out the cheerleaders putting on the halftime show. Shout out to my sister who was cheerleading a freshman out there. Also, shouting out the live stream viewers. Have to shout out one viewer in specific, always watching every live stream, watching every game when it gets puts up on the Wayne Hills TV YouTube channel. Got to give a big shout out to Benny Hill Lopez.
I put a shout out, but yeah, also got to congratulate the leaders of the Patriots riot that bring out the fans to these games and really show support for this team.
Yeah. It's just an absolutely great atmosphere every time there's a home game here at Patriot Stadium, Isaiah.
And let's kick in short distance, and that's Dan Daly with the pickup close to the 50.
Yeah, just, overall, top to bottom from us here in the booth, our fantastic crew down in the truck up here, the band, the cheerleaders, the riot, like you said, the student section, and, just fans, once again, every time, we get the pleasure of calling a game here at Patriot Stadium. It's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere, and if there is a home playoff game next week for these Patriots, expect this place to be absolutely rocking, and it's going to be a fun time.
And the switch at quarterback for the Patriots, and now it's a handoff. Ben Cantella with the carry. Good amount of yards.
Quarterback for the Patriots, number 32, Tyler Demikoff.
And that is Tyler Demikoff starting for the Patriots as the QB as they take out Mike Catasana. It's almost fumbled there, but able to reel it in. And he's a starting freshman quarterback for these Patriots.
Yeah, and Isaiah, I said we would see some new faces. How about this? Coach Demikoff's son in there. Like you said, starting freshman quarterback, getting some varsity reps here at the end of the regular season. Couple years, just rely on to make plays at this level every week. So why not get him started early?
I mean, Demikoff's got to treat his son a little bit, but also he's got to keep his prime players on the sidelines and keep them healthy for playoffs.
Going to hand it off. Number 29, Ben Cantella, and to get the first down. Now these Patriots with, the family relationship, coaches and players. Here you see Demikoff and his son starting for the QB. You also got the Olsens, Coach Olsen and Greg Olsen, of course.
Right.
Kevin Olsen. All together play for the Patriots, and they've won some championships together.
Yeah, and how about the movement right now, guys, with the quarterback running back combo in the backfield. Demikoff, a freshman, and Cantella, a sophomore. So Patriots going super youthful here. Once again, a good look to get these young guys some varsity reps out in their career.
There go another handoff. And he jukes up a few players, changes direction, and able to get to the 30.
51, Shane Gay on the stop. Pickup of 8, 2.
Now 2nd and 2. Patriots looking for a first down.
And Tantella doing a pretty good job here. Guys, I mean, if he impresses, next year he's going to be a junior. I mean, you got Brutowski and Abita stepping up to be rising seniors. He'd be a third down back guy for you. He'd be a third option. If he has an impressive showing tonight, he may make the case to get some reps next year on varsity and bid situations.
So another handoff. And complete gets the first down. A bit more.
Number 50, Michael Green on the
Great for these young guys to be able to come into the game in the varsity, especially when this big lead, and try to get some reps, get used to the spotlight.
Some other players in. Joey Daskis at wide receiver, with John Crumbine, Arlen Nasufi at tight end.
Snaps the ball, high snap, but able to get the ball back. And there we go. It's a huge pile, trying to push forward. Tella able to catch the ball and keep going. Now 2nd and 5. Third quarter almost coming to an end. And here we go. And the ball is missed now. And it seems to be a fumble.
Yeah, and Indian Hills jumps on it. Not the way you kind of want to conclude a drive. Had something going there to tell him, making plays for you. And then just kind of coughing it up there as you were nearing the 20-yard line. So, again, not a full drive, but you got a little bit of look to some guys who you don't usually get to see. And here again, some seniors who you don't usually see much of checking into the game. Chad Senti, number 45. 4-year player, senior now, and I mean, again, Chad, he's a hard worker. Again, it's easy to go, 4 years every single day, practice, and it's just tough on anyone. But tough kid again. Now, he's getting rewarded with some varsity reps and some game reps. And another note: if the quarterback changes permanent, guys, Mike Cassasanta had himself a pretty good as regular season. 3 rushing touchdowns, bringing his total to 10 on the season. Just absolutely incredible tonight from Cassasanta, and a really good way to end his season going into the playoffs.
And you hear some young guys on the defense as well. And still getting the starters in. It's another big pass up the middle. Almost breaks through, but he's tackled and holds on to his foot at about the 45. And that is Delgado again making another big tackle for the Braves.
Some rare defensive appearances. Brendan Puzio coming in, played wide receiver in the Fair Lawn game. As you said, Chad Senti before, played running back in the Fair Lawn game. Playing a bit of linebacker now, a rare offensive line appearance.
Snaps the ball, looks to the left.
Ooh.
Almost able to get the ball, but dropped again by this wide receiver crew.
Yeah, guys, Fazio's a big kid, but I mean, Alnor is just kind of overestimating how high up his big target can get. Just overshooting, number 8 right now, and we've seen how dynamic he can be when you put a good ball on him, and not that time. It's Fazio, again, just being overshot by Alnor. He's just, again, Alnor's got to settle in here a little bit, settle down in the pocket a little bit. You got time. Just go through your reads. Did it on that last drive, had a deep strike for a touchdown to Fazio.
No backs in the back. And he sees it to an open Fazio. But it's incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage again by Garrity, who, if you remember, guys, at the end of the first half, they were looking for Fazio in the left, deep left side of the end zone, and Garrity, number 30, 5'9", Fazio 6'2", 6'3", already got up and played good coverage, so doing a good job guarding, Fazio, despite the 6-inch, 7-inch height difference.
Now 3rd and 10, time for this young Patriots D to get their first stop. Here goes Alnor, moving to the right, and it's thrown to Fazio. But there's a flag.
Looks like it might be a penalty on Garrity. Might have hit Fazio before the pass, but still had great coverage there. Heard us up here saying that he's a sophomore, but what we've seen out here, this kid's got talent. Definitely been playing this game great so far, like he's a junior or senior, being able to hold down the star of this Indian Hills team. And now we see Leo Ross and his brother Ben both back out on the field yet again together as twin brothers. See Ryan Dillon come out to the field as well.
Seems to be a huge penalty on the Braves. Pushed back 15 yards, just about. Third and 26. So definitely going to be a pass play, because they need the first down. Hurry up. The Braves setting up to the line. Here we go, Alnor. Throwing to Fazio again. He moves away from 2 defenders, and he's going to break away again. He's up to the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown for Indian Hills. Second for the night for Fazio.
Such
Look
an
at this
incredible run.
Luca, this kid can fly, man. I mean, he got away from 2 defenders, and he was gone up the sideline for the second time tonight. Alnor, this time, about a 10, 15-yard strike to him. And he just did the rest by himself. A couple nice, kind of juking, lateral moves, swim moves. He brought out every trick in the book. And again, Fazio just gone up the right sideline.
Yeah, had only Brendan Puzio to beat out. And he ended breaking away, getting into the end zone, broke a ton of tackles there.
Extra point is kicked, and it's good. 14. With 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Patriots 38, Braves 14.
And if this Indian Hills team didn't have Fazio, I don't know if they would have those 2 touchdowns. Fazio is really a big part of this Indian Hills team.
Yeah, look at Indian Hills now. 14 unanswered points. Not rolling over, and in a 38-14 game, minute 7 left. Look, I mean, the board might tell a different story, but in my mind, they're not totally out of this. Get a stop here, get the ball back early fourth quarter. If you can, put a drive together where you can score in 2-3 minutes, it's a 2-score game with 9-10 minutes to go. So they can make this in to have to play their heart out, and they're going to have to rely on Fazio again to make a big play for him. But Indian Hills doing a good job, like I said, just not rolling over. They've got some fight left in them.
Yeah, they have taken advantage with, Hills taking out their starters and putting in the underclassmen, and they still out. Their main quarterback is still there. Their wide receiver, Fazio, still there. The Gallo still there. And the kickoff is hit. The return by Christian Puntalillo. That gets it to the 25.
Tackled by number 20, Stevens, Parrot, Oniez.
There you go, Demikoff coming out for his second drive. And we'll see if his dad will let him air it out a little bit here on this drive, maybe. Take a couple shots down the field. You know, when I'm getting into some short passes, we'll see what they do here.
I mean, I've heard the stories Demikoff's had to tell about his son having him freshman year in financial literacy and last year in history. Definitely heard a lot of stories how he's got to treat his son, but he's also got to let him do it right. Got to discipline him a little bit.
Off. Number 29, Ben Quintella. And gets a decent amount of yards. It is now under a minute. Scoreboard counting down to 0. We're on third quarter and about to enter the fourth. 2nd and 2 for the Patriots. They're figuring out what the next play is going to have. They're adjusting up front. And there goes another handoff and breaks him a first down. And keeps on going. And he's still going. And it's still pushing. And gets additional yardage.
Yeah, Ben Quintella, the sophomore, piecing together a nice string of runs here. And again, you know, it's his time to shine here. If he can show this coaching staff that he's of playing, you know, at this level and getting reps, not only getting reps but making the most of them next year, he could be a factor in this offense.
The clock hits 0. It's the end of the third quarter. 38-14. Hills is up, and now we're about to enter the fourth. So, Fazio with 2 touchdown plays in the third. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah, you know, Fazio has been dynamic tonight. He's just, you know, he's burned the Patriots deep a few times. He's been open a lot. You know, Alnor, you know, he hasn't been the greatest, but he gave him, you know, pretty good balls. And on one of them, it was a deep strike that it was a really nice play by Alnor, and Fazio just did the rest. And, you know, on the other one, Fazio kind of had to, you know, work his way into the end zone with a couple of nice moves up the sideline. So he's been the main force, you know, on the offensive side, the Braves so far tonight, and he's just done an excellent job.
And this band is just going off, playing some intense music, cheering up the fans and the team. They have a nice lead.
Yeah, it was senior night for the marching band as well, guys. So, you know, those seniors who have dedicated the last 4 years, they have become officers, they get honored tonight too. It's not easy. I've never done it, but it doesn't look easy. So
they're really making me move right now. Playing some pretty good music. They're in tune and everything, playing great. Now back to the game. Hands off to Quintella again. Breaks through. Doesn't get a blocker, but still is going and makes it to the 20. And that was a pretty good run by Quintella. The blocker goes in front of him, but still able to pound in to get up to the 20. And that is a tackle by Chris Hannington. The big tackle there. Not letting him a touchdown for the Patriots. Good run by Quintella. Has proved that he can be a starter. There he goes, getting more reps. Haven't seen Demikoff throw for a pass yet. A lot of handoffs. And he just makes the Indian Hills defensive line move. And that's a good sign for Demikoff. Approachment by the defense.
Got Jade to jump there, and good job by Demikoff. You know, I'm sure in the huddle they said on 2 or on 3. Couple times try, you know, a set play to try and get the defense to jump and get them 5 extra yards, and that's exactly what happens.
Here we go. Let's see if he can get a first pass, and he does, and he throws it. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that is Demikoff's first touchdown for varsity, and that is number 6, Joe Duckus, with the touchdown. It's just incredible. I was waiting for a pass play, and he gets it for a touchdown.
Look at that. The freshman Dastis, who dies. He's a big target. 6'2", 6'3", the junior. Played JV this year as a receiver and gets into the game, and look at that. Attaches a touchdown. Must feel great for him.
I'm pretty sure Coach Demikoff is ecstatic of that play. His son able to reel it in for a touchdown and make a no. Give the Patriots another game changer in the lead.
I mean, gotta reward your son there. After pulling off a Casa-Santa-like play, getting the defensive line to jump, he rewards him and gives him the discipline and says, hey, now you can take that pass, and lines one out straight to Joey. A great catch there towards the edge of the end zone. Now Jordan Thiel to kick the extra point, puts it up, and it's right through the center of the uprights. Wayne Hills up 45-14.
Yeah, keeps on scoring in the fourth quarter, and they're still going, even with their backups in and their sophomores, getting some time in. It's a good sign for this Patriots team.
Yeah, and it's always fun, guys. You know, a little bit of a look into the future of this Wayne Hills team. You know, guys who 2 to 3 years from now are going to be making plays for this team. You know, they're going to be asked to step up and play in key games. So it's always fun to see what the youth movement has to bring for the Patriots.
It's always great seeing those players that you usually don't get to see. And when they make those big plays, everyone on the sideline has to be ecstatic.
And here goes the cheerleaders, pumping up the crowd with the usual chants.
Yeah, some of the band officers joining in with the cheerleaders.
And usually on senior night, band and the cheerleaders usually trade places. One thing I'll never forget is my freshman year. Max Seplow had gone down there onto the track with the cheerleaders. And man, did he kill it.
There with the kick. It's another high one. And he's going to be able to return it to break. Looking for an opening. But it's stuffed at the 20. And that is Chumas with the kickoff return. And with the tackle.
Him and his twin brother Leo, a driving force on this Wayne Hills JV team. Juniors this year looking to be seniors next year and drive this Wayne Hills varsity team. And I say, what we've seen of them, they're pretty capable.
Here we go. The Braves sitting in for another drive. They want to put some more points up on the board. And they got 3 wide receivers. See what they do here, and it's going to be a handoff. And it's a gain of a few yards. Chris Harrington, the carry, additional yards for the Braves. 2nd and 8. It's another handoff. Now to number 44, Jack Shaw, but is eaten up by the defensive line. Now it's third. Another chance for this young Patriots team to make a big stop. Here he goes, snaps the ball. Number 44 again. Shaw taken down. We got another additional yards. And here we saw Eric able to start, the senior, able to start for this team.
Another senior who, has just worked his butt off for 4 years, and another guy who you see here, you're just happy to see him getting some time. I mean, you looked at that defensive line. You have multiple guys getting time. Number 64, Leo, a few reps up there as well as they come out now. But just gotta feel good to get into a game and get some game action under your belt.
Especially playing for 4 years, probably waiting for a varsity spot, and they got it now.
Chad Senti coming on. Aiden Tizano as well.
Almost blocked. It's caught by number 29. Able to get some additional yards, but tripped up. And that was Ben Cantella with the carry.
I mean, Cantella is just doing it all. He's a Swiss Army knife. On the ground, taking handoffs, just play for big gains, and then look at that. The Daredevil making that catch. He's got 2 guys coming at him. Nice little spin move, nice little, reverse pivot spin move, and got away and made something out of it. Good job. Again, the sophomore vying for a spot, on next year's varsity squad, so he's doing his case so far.
Everyone enjoying themselves tonight. The band and cheerleaders are fine. Some of the band members are dancing with the cheerleaders. And we got freshmen and sophomores starting for varsity. Coach Demkoff's son, sorry for that, as a QB.
Sorry.
Their handoff to Cantella, breaks through, gets it up to 50, at the 40, now to the 45, and moves the chains for the Patriots. And he's brought down by Dan Gaffney. But it was the first step.
I see even Joe Dask is coming off. Anthony Montano now coming in at running back. Gotta put one last time to play here at home at Patriots Stadium. I mean, such great memories here on this field, here at the high school, and it all comes to an end unless this Hills team does end up getting a playoff game.
That's Montanano breaking through to the right. To 30 and more, and he's still going. He gets a first down. Anthony Montano.
And
good start
Tony, just another guy we saw him on senior night, average 6-7 yards a carry. So, a kid who, again, has switched positions multiple times. I know he's played receiver for a number of years, and getting some reps in the backfield, and he's efficient.
Yes, he makes some pretty spectacular catches. I got a chance to play football during gym. He's not bad. Demkoff stepping the ball. Another handoff to Tony, and he's thrown back by Indian Hills. And there goes Gaffney with another tackle. And this time, able to use it for a tackle for loss.
Coming to play wide receiver, as well as Jeremy Coburn.
Everyone's getting a start. With the lead this high, you got to see who fits and who works out, and who's future starters. Here we go, high snap. Once again, another handoff, and it breaks through, and it's going to be another touchdown for the Patriots, and that is Tony Montano with a touchdown, and that just increases the score much more. I mean, what can you say? There's been so many touchdowns tonight, and all around great effort. A bit of a faulty start in the beginning, but now they got it rolling.
correction, just because I saw all the sophomores going nuts. That was actually number 29, Ben Catella, driving that one into the end zone, getting Hills to break the 50-point mark for the season, the most points they've scored in the game so far this year.
Well, I guess I got that wrong from my angle. Couldn't see well, but now the kick from Thiel. And it's no good. Ends his perfect night, making almost every kick until this part. And now it is 51-14. Patriots with under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And I don't know what much we can see. We've seen everything. We've seen rushing plays. We've seen touchdown plays from sophomores, Demikoff, and from Mike Hassan. We've seen everything.
Yeah, it's been a fun night. Guys up here in the booth seeing a lot of new faces. Then again, you know, Luca, you're going to see a lot of these guys, and you're going to be calling their names a lot next year. So again, a preview for you as well.
For offense and defensive takeaways, offense able to score with such a big lead and able to score 51 points. That's just great. And special teams, that's some pretty good kicks as well. Like this one, another high kick, and now turn. It was a change of direction, but he's just eaten up by the Patriots special team. The band and cheerleading squad are just having the time of their life.
We see Ricky Waller and Justin Vilches down there leading the rest of the band from down on the track. And,
you know, Ricky is a fantastic trumpet player. I had the pleasure of playing alongside him for 3 years, 6th grade to 9th grade, and he kind of blew me out of the water with his trumpet playing. That was pretty bad. He was pretty good.
I mean, the jazz band with him now, his solo is just incredible. He has a solo, he went above us to play it.
Another handoff for the Braves. Been eaten up again by the Patriots defensive line that's playing pretty excellent. There goes Tony, showing for the defense now. Now it's under 5 minutes remaining. Braves have the ball, 2nd and 9. Let's see what they decide to do here. Two backs in the backfield. 3 wide receivers lined up. And the ball is missnapped. And the Patriots might have a fumble.
Yeah, they think they have it.
I think it was Chad Senti that hopped on it there.
And the refs call it a fumble. Another takeaway by the Patriots. Kind of making up for their own mistakes that they had in their own turnovers.
And it was Bon Eric who jumped on it.
Oh, man. This must be very special. They have to finally get some starts for varsity.
Yeah, you know, especially to get a turnover and, you know, to possibly play of his career. I mean, what a way to go out.
Yeah. With such a big lead as well. It's a game, a perfect way to go out for this team. Last game of the season, up 41-14. We've seen some incredible things throughout. And this is just one of those moments where everyone gets to share the ball. Everyone gets a chance to score. The ball's thrown to different receivers. You have many running backs coming in. And it's just something special. Here we go. Turnover on downs. Hills has the ball. And they're going to kneel.
Well, you know, guys, with the running clock, 37-point lead, so, you know, you can kneel here. You could probably burn a minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock and kind of.
Yeah, 3 minutes remaining. This game is definitely over. And Patriots take a huge win. tonight against Indian Hills. And again, cheerleaders in the band pumping up the crowd. And there's going to be another kneel by Demikoff.
Yeah, they're going
winding
to
down the clock.
they're going to take their sweet time here, guys. Try and burn as much clock as humanly possible.
Now, this has been a very special season for the Patriots. We didn't get to go to the first opener since it was in Carolina, but we've been able to attend every other game, especially me. We went to road games in Otapan, Wayne Valley, Ramapo, and many others, especially pretty good home games. It's been an exciting season.
Yeah, absolutely, Isaiah. Some fantastic atmospheres we traveled to, and of course, like we've been saying, here every time we get a chance to call a game here, it's absolutely fantastic. Just, the people who make people around the program, and of course the players, just phenomenal every time.
And the Patriots take another kneel and keeps the clock winding down until it hits 0. We've seen some incredible things this season. Mike Adesanya has improved since his first game against Valley. He gave that game, and then he kind of fell short against Otapan, but then he came back, went 3 weeks without having a turnover, has some pretty exciting rushing plays, especially against Ramapo, which Hills almost beat and took to overtime, a team that's 5th in the state. Effort by this team, it's amazing to be a part of this, and be up here in the booth with you guys, able to commentate these games.
Yeah, and, like you said, Isaiah, just some great memories this season. A lot of great memories were made. We had a Sports Center top 10 play, Curtis Montalillo. We beat crosstown rival Valley. We gave the 5th-ranked team, like you said, Ramapo, a run for their money in an all-time classic regular season game between the two schools. Go 4-0 at home this regular season.
Yes,
and just a great way to cap it off for the Patriots as they will gear up next week. Playoff football.
Can't wait for the playoffs to come. Now the clock winding down.
And the clock hits 0. Patriots win 51-14, and that is the last game. This is the last game of the season, and guys, last game of the regular season. And guys, what do you think of this team heading into the playoffs?
Well, if they get a home game, I'm extremely confident. Even if they have to travel on the road, they've shown a lot of heart. The Valley game was tough, coming off a loss in South Carolina, far away from home. Did well in that one, and then testing Ramapo, pushing them to the limit was great as well. So even if they have to go on the road, I have a lot of confidence in this Patriots team heading into the playoffs.
Luca, what are your thoughts on this team?
This Wayne Hills team, such an incredible squad. Having played through these 9 regular season weeks, took losses to only Ridgeview out in South Carolina, one incredible team. Took a loss against Northern Valley Otapan, a rival of this Wayne Hills team, and has been an incredible team this year as well. An undefeated Ramapo, who we nearly took a win against, and very, very few people come as close as we did in that game. But we pulled through because this is what we know as Wayne Hills football.
And now, as we wrap this up, Hills wins 51-14. And guys, this has been a pleasure being up here with you guys, commentating these games.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for making this happen. Mr. Hookstray for also making this happen. The Wayne Hills Riot, getting fans to come out here and watch these games, support the team, the band and the cheerleading squad, able to hype this crowd up, and of course the parents who show up for the people who play tonight, and it's just been amazing. So guys, that'll be all the playoffs. And that is pretty much it for this season, for the regular season.